Let me start right where you live, the pantry at 10:30 p.m. You said you wouldn't, and there you are with the chips. The couch scroll. After a long day, you promised just 5 minutes, and somehow it's 45. The cart you just wanted to peek at, and suddenly there's a receipt in your inbox. Different behaviors, same exact gut punch. I said I wouldn't, and here I am again. Stop. I want you to hear this. That moment does not mean you're weak. It does not mean you're broken. It means you're human, and your brain is doing what it's wired to do. Reduce discomfort fast. Not chase pleasure, chase relief. There's a big difference. Pleasure is the party. Relief is the exhale you grab when stress, boredom, loneliness, overwhelm, or just bone deep fatigue are screaming in your system. Your brain's like, emergency? I got you. And it reaches for the fastest off-ramp it knows. I'm not letting you shame yourself for how you've been coping. Nope, not on my watch. You snacked because you were exhausted. You scrolled because your mind was buzzing and worry wouldn't shut up. You spent because hitting buy gave you 10 seconds where you didn't feel behind. That is not a character flaw. That is a relief strategy, a clumsy one, a costly one, but a strategy that works for about 30 seconds. And then you know the feeling. The tiny lift fades, the guilt oozes in, your chest tightens, and now the stress is back with interest. That boomerang is why you think you need more willpower. You don't. The game isn't about muscling through urges. It's about understanding how your brain predicts relief and giving it a better option before the habit grabs the wheel. Take that in. Your brain isn't chasing pleasure. It's chasing relief. That's the unlock. When you get this, you stop arguing with yourself about being disciplined and you start building a simple, repeatable way to switch lanes in the moment. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. We're going to walk through the science in plain English so you can feel what's happening, not guess. And then I'm handing you a 4-step reset you can use today. No apps, no gimmicks, no guilt spirals. Label, regulate, swap, design defaults, 4 moves, 90 seconds at a time. You're one decision away from a different pattern. I love you enough to tell you the truth. No one's coming to stop the snack, the scroll, or the spend for you. But the second you stop shaming yourself and start treating relief like a need you can meet wisely, everything changes. You will feel better when you take control. So whether you're listening in the car, walking the dog, or standing in your kitchen with the pantry open, stay with me. You're not lazy. You're relief seeking. And that, my friend, we can work with starting now. So let's make this stupid simple. Here's the loop you're living in. A trigger hits, tiny stress ping in your body, a bored lull, a hit of anxiety, that hollow, I'm behind, ache. Your brain does what it's designed to do. Predict what will bring relief the fastest. Not what's healthiest, not what's aligned with your goals, fastest. The second it predicts relief, dopamine fires not to make you feel amazing, but to make you move. I want you to hear that. Dopamine isn't a feel-good bath. It's a go-get-it chemical. It's anticipation fuel. It's the nudge that shoves you off the couch toward the snack, the scroll, the spend. Then the action happens. You eat the chips, you open the app, you click buy now, you get a temporary calm, 30 seconds, a few minutes, little exhale, and your brain takes notes like a court reporter. When stressed, this worked. It stamps that move as helpful. File saved. So the next time the same trigger shows up, the prediction is even faster, the dopamine push is even stronger, and you're already halfway to the pantry before your willpower even wakes up. This is why the 3 S's show up so loud. Snacking is the quickest way to change your internal state, warmth in your mouth, salt on your tongue, a full belly signal that says you're safe. Scrolling is instant novelty and social proximity. 10 new faces, 3 jokes, 2 updates. Your brain reads that as connection and stimulation without any risk. Spending is a fast hit of identity and control. I decided, I upgraded, I'm moving forward, even if it's just socks in a cart. Each one is speed relief. Each one gets logged as helpful. And so you repeat. Now, why does willpower lose? Because by the time you're arguing with yourself, the loop is already fired. Prediction, done. Dopamine sent. Body moving. You're trying to slam the brakes on a train that already left the station. Add an environment engineered for zero friction and forget it. Infinite feeds with autoplay, one-click checkouts that memorize your address better than you do, ultra-processed foods designed to dissolve fast so you can keep shoveling. This isn't a character issue. It's physics and design. The less friction, the stronger the loop. The stronger the loop, the weaker your no. Please take this in. You are not the enemy. The enemy is an attention economy and a convenience machine that profits when you're on autopilot. Either you build a plan for your attention or somebody else has a plan for your attention. Period. They've already built theirs: notifications, badges, limited time offers, jumbo sizes, right at eye level. They're not waiting around, so you can't either. Here's the hope. When you understand trigger prediction, dopamine action, temporary.com helpful tag, you stop taking it personally and start interrupting it strategically. You don't need to overhaul your personality. You need to catch the prediction, lower the dopamine shove, and make relief easier in a different direction. That's the game we're going to play next. And it works 90 seconds at a time. Let's get brutally honest about timing, because this is where most of you are beating yourselves up. You fail at 10:30 p.m., not 10:30 a.m. You crumble after the meeting that blindsided you, not on a quiet Saturday morning. You order the takeout when the house finally goes quiet, not when you're packing lunches at 7 a.m. That's not mysterious. That's biology. When you're stressed, tired, hungry, or emotionally raw, your planning brain goes dim and your relief brain lights up like Times Square. I want you to hear that. The part of your brain that future plans and keeps promises, it gets sleepy. The part that scans for quick safety, it grabs the wheel with both hands. We call this a hot brain. Not bad, hot, overheated by stress hormones, depleted by decision fatigue, underfueled by sleep debt, or skipped meals. In a hot state, you don't want kale and budgets and just 5 more minutes of meditation. Your nervous system wants an off switch. That is why the 3 S's are loudest when you swear they won't be. Your cold, daytime brain made a promise. Your hot, late night brain makes the choice. Stop for a second. Take that in without shame. All day long, you've been choosing emails, kids, patients, customers, tiny fork in the road moments. Every yes, no is a drip from the same self-control tank. By night, the tank is low. This is decision fatigue. You cannot out willpower biology at 10:30 p.m. If you could, you would have by now. So let's drop the fantasy that you're supposed to be your strongest when you are actually the most depleted. Here's how you start reclaiming control. Become a pattern detective. When do you do it? Say it out loud. After the kids go down, in the car, outside the gym, while I'm doing dishes. What are you feeling 60 seconds before? Not what you think, what you feel in your body. Tight chest, buzzing mind, heavy eyelids. Are you hungry, angry, lonely, tired? Did you sleep less than 7 hours? Did you have water? Was there a conflict? Did you skip a real meal and then try to be good? Your urges aren't random. They're rhythmic. Map the rhythm and you cut the shame in half. Now, hope. Because this is a state problem, you solve it with state tools, not pep talks, not punishment, tools that cool the brain, refill the tank, and give relief on purpose. When you stabilize the body, more sleep, 5 minutes to downshift after a meeting, protein before the witching hour, you make it 10 times easier for your future focused brain to come back online. You won't be perfect. You don't need to be. You need to be strategic. So starting tonight, I want a tiny reality check ritual before the hot brain window hits. Ask yourself, where's my tank? What will help me feel safe in 5 minutes that isn't the default? You are not lazy. You are depleted. Fix the state and the behavior follows. And yes, we're going to make this practical down to a 9-0 second reset you can run on command. But first, own the pattern. Your urges are predictable. That means your power is too. Let's name the other loop that's quietly running your life. It's not just trigger prediction, dopamine action. There's a second loop braided right through it. Slip shame, stress more, craving for relief, slip again. That what's wrong with me voice, that's gasoline. You snack, you scroll, you spend, and then the critic pounces. You pile on judgment, your chest tightens, stress spikes. Guess what your brain does with stress? It chases relief right back to the thing you just swore off. Not because you're weak, because shame is a stressor, and stress makes the hot brain take over. I want you to hear me as a friend right now. I have done the I'll start Monday thing. I have done the hiding thing. I've deleted the app, then re-downloaded it at 11 p.m. I've moved money around to pretend a cart didn't happen, stuffed wrappers in the outside trash so I didn't have to see them in the morning. You are not the only one. You're human. You were trying to get relief. And when the shame hit, you did what humans do. You reached for more relief. Here's the truth bomb. Shame isn't accountability. Shame is not a strategy. It doesn't make you stronger. It makes your nervous system feel threatened. When your body feels threatened, your planning brain goes dim and your survival brain turns up the volume. That's biology, not character. So every time you weaponize discipline against yourself, you're actually making self-control harder. You cannot bully yourself into safety. You can only coach yourself into it. Accountability still matters. Owning outcomes matters. But accountability, real accountability, sounds like this. I slipped. My system was hot. The urge was seeking relief. I'm responsible for building a better way to get it. See the difference? It's firm, not cruel. It's specific, not vague. It keeps your prefrontal cortex online instead of slamming it with panic. You can be responsible without being a jerk to yourself. In fact, that's the only way this sticks. So let me give you the identity line I want you to tattoo on your brain. You are not a person with no self-control. You are a person with an untrained reset skill. Self-control is not a moral trait. It's a nervous system skill set. Skills can be learned. Skills improve with reps. And the rep we're about to practice is tiny, 90 seconds. We're not aiming for a life where you never crave chips, never scroll, never want to buy something to feel better. That's fantasy. We're aiming for what you do in the 90 seconds before the behavior. That's where your power lives. In the next section, I'm going to hand you the 4 step reset label, regulate, swap, design defaults. So you can interrupt the shame loop before it spins you. One decision away. Decide right now to retire the what's wrong with me script and replace it with what's happening in my body and what's my next reset move. I love you. You're not broken. You're about to get trained. Here's the revelation that changes everything. Urges move like waves. They rise, they crest, they break, they recede. They feel permanent when you're under them, but they are not permanent. If you don't feed them instantly, they peak and pass. That's not motivational fluff. That's how your brain and body work. What keeps you stuck is not the existence of the wave. It's the reflex to dive straight into it the second you feel the pull. Stop for a moment and take that in. You don't need superhuman willpower. You need a pause, not for an hour, for 90 seconds. Because the chemistry behind an urge can only hold a go now intensity for a short burst unless you keep fueling it. Every time you answer it with the snack, the scroll, the spend, you hit the reset button on the wave and it swells again. Every time you surf it without feeding it, you teach your brain a new prediction. This passes and I can ride it. Let me make this stupid simple. You are not trying to win a lifetime battle at 10:30 p.m. You are riding one wave, one time. That's it. You don't have to be a different person. You have to do a different 90 seconds. When the urge hits tight chest, buzzing mind, the just this once whisper, you say, I'm in the wave. You don't debate it. You don't negotiate. You set the timer or count your breaths or watch the second hand sweep. You stay on the board. Here's the board. It's the 4. Step reset. And it's not a personality trait you either have or you don't. It's a script you practice until it becomes automatic. Step 1, label name the urge so it stops being a command and becomes a sensation. Step 2, regulate drop your body alarm so your planning brain can come back online. Step 3, swap choose good enough relief on purpose so you still get the exhale without the boomerang. Step 4, design defaults, build in friction and support so the next wave is easier to ride. That's your pause. That's your power. Picture a surfer. They don't yell at the ocean. They don't white knuckle the water. They breathe. They plant their feet. They look toward shore. That's you. For 90 seconds, you don't fix your whole life. You steady yourself. You give your nervous system a chance to cool by even 10%. And here's the crazy part. When the timer ends, you still have permission to choose the chips, the feed, the cart. But 9 times out of 10, you won't need to because the crest has passed and the craving is smaller. And on the 10th time, you still win because you proved you can pause. That's the new identity. I'm the kind of person who pauses. We're going to walk through each step next, line by line, so you know exactly what to say out loud and what to do with your hands, your phone, your environment. Then we'll plug it into 3 real life moments: night snacking, doom scrolling, impulse spending. So you have scripts you can run half asleep. You don't need to control your whole life, just the next 90 seconds. Decide right now, when the wave hits, I reset. Step 1 is stupid, simple, and wildly powerful. Name it. Out loud if you can. In your head if you can't. I'm having the urge to scroll. Not I need to scroll. Hear the difference? One is a command. The other is a sensation passing through. When you label it, you create space. Space is where your power lives. I want you to hear this. The second you say, this is a relief urge, your brain shifts from acting to observing. That half step back cools the hot brain just enough for the planning brain to poke its head up. It's like reporting the weather instead of becoming the storm. Urge to snack, urge to check my phone, urge to add to cart, weather report, no drama, no story, just what's happening. Here are your exact lines. Use mine until you make your own. This is a relief urge. My brain is predicting comfort. I'm in hot brain mode. Say it, breathe once, and let it land. If you want to get even more precise, add the target. My brain is predicting comfort from chips. My brain is predicting comfort from scrolling. That specificity steals the magic. It's not a mystical pull. It's a guess your brain is making. A guess you don't have to follow. Now, the no debate rule. You do not negotiate with urges, no bargaining, no, but I've been good or just this once monologues. When you catch yourself starting to argue, stop and go back to the weather report. Relief urge, hot brain, this will pass. That's it. Because when you debate, you pour gasoline on the prediction. When you label, you let the wave roll without feeding it. Bridge it with one compassionate question. What am I trying to feel less of right now? Say it slowly. Stress, boredom, loneliness, pressure, exhaustion, pick one. Label that too. I'm trying to feel less lonely. I'm trying to feel less pressure. Why does this matter? Because your brain isn't bad. It's trying to help. When you name the feeling under the urge, you stop making the snack, scroll, spend the enemy, and start targeting the real need, relief. Make this doable and sneaky. You can label silently in a meeting while your hand is inching toward your phone. Scroll urge, predicting comfort, hot brain, in bed at 10:30 p.m., snack urge. I'm tired. In the kitchen at 6 p.m. When you're cooking and grazing, relief urge. I'm overwhelmed. In a store, hand on a sweater. Spend urge. I'm trying to feel less behind. Nobody needs to know. You don't need a journal. You need 10 seconds of honesty. Let me say it again because this is the crux. Labeling turns the command into a passing sensation. It lowers the heat enough to buy you time. And time is everything. Every label is a rep. Every rep makes the next wave easier to ride. Today, I want 5 labels. That's it. 5 moments where you catch it, you name it, and you refuse to negotiate. You will feel better when you start taking control. And step 1 is you speaking the truth about what's happening. Calm, clear, and without shame. Name it to tame it. Now we drop the body alarm. Hear me. You can't think your way out of a hot body state. You regulate first, decide second. That's the rule. When your system is lit up, your planning brain is in the back seat with a seatbelt on. Your survival brain is flooring the gas. No pep talk will beat adrenaline. State beats story. So we cool the body on purpose, fast, so your prefrontal cortex, the part that keeps promises, can come back online. 60 seconds. That's it. Do this with me. Option 1, longer exhales. The simplest version is a physiological sigh, 2 short inhales through your nose, stack them, then a long, slow exhale out your mouth like you're fogging a mirror. Again, inhale, long exhale. Do 3 to 5 rounds or count your breath. In for 4, out for 8. The longer exhale flips the brake on your nervous system. It tells your heart you're safe. As the heart rate drops, the urge loses volume. You'll feel your shoulders come down. Space opens. Option 2, cold water. I know it sounds silly. Do it anyway. Cold on your face or hands is a hard reset for the body alarm. Run your wrists under cold water for 30 seconds. Splash your face. Hold an ice cube to your cheeks. That cold signal activates your calming reflex and slows the whole system down. It's a physical, it's okay to your body faster than any mantra. Please hear me. You do not have time not to do this. 60 seconds here is the difference between regret and control. Option 3, shake the stress out. Stand up, plant your feet, unclench your jaw, shake your hands like you're flicking off water, roll your shoulders forward and back, wiggle, bounce your knees, add 2 big noisy sighs on the exhale. 20 to 30 seconds. Animals do this after a scare because it moves stress chemicals out of the muscles. You are not above biology. You want control? Move the adrenaline. Then it's quiet enough inside to choose, bonus if you can, take a 60-second context walk to the door and back, to the sink and back, look at a far point, the tree outside, the end of the hall to widen your gaze. Narrow vision means threat. Wider vision signals safety. Tiny lap, big change. Again, you don't have time not to do this. Why this works in plain English. Your body runs an alarm system. When it's blaring, the part of your brain that plans, resists, and remembers your goals goes dim. Longer exhales, cold water, and shaking send a physical "we're safe" memo up the chain. Your heart rate slows, your chest loosens, the prefrontal cortex clicks back on, and just like that, the wave that felt like a command becomes background noise. You didn't win by arguing. You won by cooling. Label, then regulate. Body first, brain next. Once the alarm drops, even 10%, that's your green light for step 3 swap in, a tiny, good enough relief that actually helps. But don't skip this. Do 1 minute, set a timer if you have to. This is you being the adult in the room for your nervous system. This is the moment you take control. Now we swap, not stop. Hear me. You are not quitting relief. You are choosing a type of relief that doesn't slap you with fallout. That's the move. Because your brain's not wrong for wanting an exhale. It's just been grabbing the fastest one in reach. So after you label and regulate, we give your brain a good enough alternative on purpose. Not perfect, not virtuous, good enough to take the edge off without the boomerang. Build a tiny relief menu you can grab without thinking. 5 categories. Keep them stupid simple, oral, sensory. Make it physical for your mouth and senses. Hot tea, chew mint gum, crunch an apple, brush your teeth, suck on an ice cube. That oral cue tells your nervous system we're doing something, and it scratches the relief itch. Movement, 10 squats, 20-second stretch, walk to the mailbox and back, 2 flights of stairs, 10 wall push-ups. You are moving stress chemicals out fast and giving your brain a new prediction. Relief comes from motion. Connection, text one person thinking of you. Send a 10-second voice memo. Pet the dog. Step into the same room as someone you love and put a hand on their shoulder. Loneliness is a relief problem that requires people, not packages. Closure. Write 1 sentence, not a novel. Tomorrow, 7:30 a.m., pay bill and set reminder. Or set a 2-minute timer and clear 1 surface. Or put the return label in the mailbox. Progress shrinks the "I'm behind" ache faster than any cart. Comfort, hot shower, cozy blanket burrito for 2 minutes, heat pack on your chest, dim a lamp, put on socks. This is nervous system parenting. You're saying, We're safe with your environment. Pick one. Do it for 2 to 3 minutes. That's the swap. If choosing feels hard, match the swap to the need. Boredom needs novelty. New playlist, 3 jumping jacks, step outside and name 5 blue things. Stress needs calm, longer exhales, tea, softer light. Loneliness needs connection. Text, voice memo, sit near someone. Feeling behind needs closure. 1 sentence plan, 1 tiny action. Now, the secret that disarms your inner rebel, the 1 0-minute contract. Say this out loud, exactly like this. I can do the thing in 10 minutes if I still want to. You want the chips? Cool. Swap first tea, gum, 10 squats, and in 10 minutes you can have them. You want to scroll? Fine. Do your menu item, then decide. This bypasses the don't you dare tell me no part of your brain and keeps you in charge. 9 times out of 10, the edge is gone. On the 10th, you honored yourself without white knuckling. That is control. Make it personal. Write your top 2 swaps in each category on a sticky note in the kitchen, on your desk, by your bed. You are building relief on purpose. This is the pivot from deny to decide. And next, we're going to lock this win in so you're not reinventing it every night. Defaults, friction, future you, protection. Automatic relief that serves the life you actually want. Now we lock it in. Willpower is a flaky friend. It shows up late, leaves early, and never texts you back. Defaults are reliable. So we're going to design your environment like someone who loves you lives there. Make the unhelpful move harder. Make the helpful move automatic. Friction plus automation equals freedom. I want you to hear that. Not more motivation, not more shame, a system that carries you when your brain is hot and your tank is empty. Start with friction. This is future you protection. For snacks, visibility and portion rules. Put trigger foods out of sight and up high opaque bin. Top shelf, back of pantry. Put green light options in your face fruit bowl on the counter. Seltzer cold and easy. Tea bags by the kettle. No eating from a bag or standing at the pantry plate. Sit down, single portion. Pre-portioned treats on Sunday into little containers. So a snack is literally 1 unit, not a rolling buffet. And plant a planned night snack. 8 p.m. tea and 2 cookies. Done. When it's planned, it's not a fight. It's a promise. Scrolling. Please, please, please charge your phone outside the bedroom. Your bed is for sleep and love, not doom. Set the screen to grayscale. It makes the slot machine look like a spreadsheet. Delete the sticky apps Monday through Friday. I mean it. You can re-download them on the weekend. Move social to a folder on the last screen and turn off every badge and banner. Add a rubber band around your phone as a physical pause cue. And automate a scroll window. Yes, schedule it 7:007:20 p.m. on the couch after dinner. That's your show. Outside that window, the apps are gone or blocked. The rule is clear. No app, no argument. Spending. Remove saved cards from your browser and favorite shopping sites tonight. If typing 16 digits feels like a hassle, good. That's friction, doing its job. Use a 2-4-hour rule for once. Add to cart, write it on a list, wait a day. Unsubscribe from promo emails and unfollow haul accounts. Create 1 Fun Money account and auto-transfer a small weekly amount into it every Friday. That's your yes zone. When it's gone no shame, no debt, no drama. Now the automation that beats willpower. Pay yourself first with an automatic transfer on payday to a future me savings, $5, $50, whatever. Auto pay essentials. So you're not living in late fee stress that fuels the 10 p.m. binge. Pre-schedule your relief. Block a nightly downshift alarm at 9 p.m. Put your planned snack on the calendar. Set app limits that actually lock. Automation is love in the language of tired future you. Automatic economy. Either it's working for you or it's working on you. Let me give you the line that keeps you honest. Either you have a plan for your impulses or your phone and the economy have a plan for your impulses. Pick. This is the identity shift. I'm the kind of person who protects future me. I cook in friction. I live by defaults. You do this once and it saves you 1,000 arguments with yourself. And next, I'm going to show you exactly how to run the 4 steps through 3 real moments: night snacking, doom scrolling, impulse spending, so you can copy paste the scripts when it counts. You are one decision away. Decide to build the default that saves you. Picture this. Dinner's done, dishes clanking, counters wiped. You finally sit, your shoulders drop for the first time today, and then somehow you're standing in the pantry with the bag open. You're not hungry, you're depleted. This is the witching hour. This is where your daytime promise collides with your hot brain reality. No shame. We're going to run the reset right now in real time. Step 1, label out loud if you can. This is a relief urge. I'm tired. That's it. Weather report. No story. Add the feeling you want to reduce. I'm trying to feel less pressure, or I'm trying to feel less lonely, or the big one, I'm trying to feel less exhausted. Say the truth so your brain stops acting like this is hunger. It's not. It's a tired brain looking for an off switch. Step 2, drop the body alarm. Put the bag down. Step away from the pantry. Change location out of the kitchen doorway. Even 2 steps. Set a 90-second timer. Do 3 physiological sighs with me. Inhale through your nose. Long exhale like you're fogging a mirror. Again. Shoulders down. Run your wrists under cold water for 20 seconds. Grab a glass and drink it all. Take a tiny lap to the door and back. Eyes up. Widen your gaze. You're cooling the system. State first, decision second. You do not have time not to do this minute. Step 3, swap relief. You are not denying comfort. You're choosing better comfort. Say this: I can have the snack in 10 minutes if I still want it. Then do one good enough thing. Boil water. Make a hot tea. Brush your teeth to flip the kitchen to closed. If you're actually hungry, real, low blood sugar hungry, choose protein on purpose. Greek yogurt with cinnamon, a cheese stick and an apple, a handful of nuts, 2 to 3 minutes. Breathe. Let the edge pass. Remember the decoder ring. Night snacking is often sleep deprivation in disguise. The fastest relief is bed, not the bag. If your eyes are gritty and your brain is buzzing, the real solution is to tuck yourself in, not tuck yourself into snacks. Step 4, design the default for tomorrow. Create a kind plan so there's no argument at 9:30 p.m. Decide right now at 8:15 I have tea and 2 cookies on a plate, then kitchen closed. Pre-portion those cookies on Sunday into little containers so a treat is 1 unit. Put trigger foods in an opaque bin on the top shelf. Put your tea mug and a note by the kettle that says, "Future me wins." Wipe the counters, turn the kitchen lights to low, blow out the candle, ritual done. Set a sleep boundary. 9:15 p.m., downshift alarm, teeth brushed at 9:20, in bed by 9:45, phone charging outside the bedroom. Your bed is the off switch your brain is begging for. Give it. Run it again tomorrow. Label, relief urge, I'm tired. Regulate, breath, water, step away. Swap, tea, brush, protein if true hunger. 1 0-minute contract. Default, pre-portion treat, kitchen closed, sleep first. You are not the person who loses it at night. You're the person who pauses for 90 seconds and protects future you. One decision away. Make the one that gets you to bed. The chips won't tuck you in. You will. You know this scene. You pick up your phone to check one text. Just one. 5 links later, you're deep in a thread about layoffs, disaster headlines, someone else's perfect kitchen, and a stranger's hot take that makes your jaw clench. 45 minutes gone, your neck hurts, your chest is tighter, you feel more anxious, more behind, and somehow smaller. You did not get the relief you were promised. You got the illusion of control and a cortisol cocktail. No shame. You were seeking relief. So let's run the reset and get you real relief without white knuckling. Step 1, label. Out loud if you can. Relief urge. I'm anxious. Name the need under it. I'm seeking certainty, or I'm seeking connection, or I'm seeking escape. Now call out the prediction. My brain thinks this will soothe me. Say it exactly like that, because once you expose the trick, it loses power. Add the weather report. If you start to argue, Hot brain, scroll urge. This passes. You are not shaming. You are naming. Step 2, drop the body alarm before you decide anything. Put the phone face down. Stand up. 3 physiological sighs. Inhale through your nose. Long exhale like you're fogging a mirror. Again. Shoulders down. Look out a window and soften your eyes to the widest view you can. Horizon, clouds, a tree. Narrow focus equals threat. Wide gaze signals safety. Take a 6-0, second lap door and back, mailbox and back, kitchen and back. If you can run cold water over your wrists for 20 seconds, you're not wasting time. You're buying back your mind. State first, decision second. Step 3, swap relief on purpose. 2 to 5 minutes tops. Pick one, 5-minute brain dump in your notes app or a sticky. What I can control today is voice note a friend, thinking of you, no need to reply. Connection without the content fire hose. Guided breathing or a 1-song reset, hit play, close your eyes, hand on chest, breathe to the beat. Read 1 page of a paper book or a long-form article you saved earlier. 1 page, done. If the anxiety is, I'm behind, close a loop. Send the email draft, set a calendar reminder, or move one to-do to a time slot. Seal it with the 10-minute contract. I can scroll in 10 minutes if I still want to. You're not denying relief. You're choosing better relief first. 9 times out of 10, the edge drops. On the 10th, you're still in control. Step 4, build the default that saves you. You don't need a stronger mindset. You need a phone setup that supports the life you want. Friction plus automation beat willpower every time. Create a phone parking spot by the door, on the kitchen counter, in a basket, near the couch. When you park it, you're off duty. Remove social apps from your home screen and bury them in a folder on the last page. Turn off every badge and banner. Set app timers that actually lock after your scheduled window. Yes. Schedule a scroll block. 7:007, 20 p.m. on the couch, lights on, seated, not in bed, not first thing in the morning. Outside that window, apps are logged out or gone. Rubber band around the phone as a physical pause cue. Grayscale on at 8 p.m. so the slot machine looks boring. Charge the phone outside your bedroom. No app, no argument. Run it in real life. Label, I'm seeking certainty. My brain predicts scrolling will soothe me. Regulate, breath, gaze, 6:0, second lap. Swap, voice note, 1-page read, 5-minute dump, 1 loop closed. Default, parked phone, hidden apps, hard timers, scheduled scroll. You are not the person who disappears into the feed. You are the person who pauses for 90 seconds and chooses relief that actually calms your system. 1 decision away. Decide to let your setup, not your willpower, carry you. Picture the scene. Hard day. Someone at work got praise you deserved. You open Instagram, and there she is with the bag, the backsplash, the vacation. An ad slides in like it heard your sigh. Treat yourself. And for a second, the cart feels like oxygen. You see yourself with the thing. You feel taller. You feel in control. You hit buy, and 12 minutes later, the shame wave hits. Budget blown. Goal delayed, and you're still you, sitting on the couch with a confirmation email and a pit in your stomach. No shame. You were not being ridiculous. You were trying to buy relief. You were trying to buy I matter. Step 1, label it out loud if you can. Relief urge. I feel behind. Say the quiet part. I'm trying to buy a feeling status, control, comfort, I matter. Call out the prediction. My brain thinks spending will close the gap between who I am and who I want to be. That's the identity gap. Naming, it turns the command into a sensation. Weather report only. Hot brain. Spend urge. This will pass. You are not bad. You are a human with a nervous system trying to soothe identity pain. Step 2, regulate first. Spending is often emotional dysregulation with a receipt. Put the phone face down or the tab to the side. 3, physiological sighs. Inhale through your nose. Long exhale like you're fogging a mirror. Again. Shoulders down. Run cold water over your wrists for 20 seconds. Stand up. Take a 6-0. Second lap. Soften your eyes to a wide gaze. State first. Decision second. You do not have time not to do this minute because this minute is what saves you from the regret email. Step 3, swap relief. Choose a future you action. Say this: I can buy it tomorrow if I still want to. Add it to a 2-4-hour cart, screenshot it, and set a reminder for the same time tomorrow. Then make a future me deposit, transfer $10 to savings right now. Label it bag fund or peace fund. Feel that click? That's identity relief that actually sticks. Do one tiny control action. Pay one bill, open one statement, cancel one subscription, or set up a $5 weekly auto transfer. 2 minutes. Close one loop. You didn't deny relief. You chose better relief. And if tomorrow the reminder pings and you still want it, you'll decide from a cool brain and a stronger identity, not a hot swipe. Step 4, automate protection so the next wave is easier. Remove stored cards from your browser and shopping apps tonight. If typing 16 digits slows you down, good. That's friction doing its job. Set a purchase threshold rule. If it's over $30, wait 24 hours. Over $100, it must be on your weekly money date. Over $300, you run it by future you. That's you with goals in front of you. Create a weekly money date, 15 minutes, same time, same place. You look at your values: family, freedom, health, creativity. Look at your spending and point the money where it matters. Auto transfer a small Friday fun money amount into a separate account. That's your guilt-free yes zone. Unsubscribe from promo emails. Unfollow the haul accounts. Either you have a plan for your impulses or the automatic economy has a plan for your impulses. Pick. Run it in real life. Label: I'm trying to buy, I matter. Regulate: breath, cold, move. Swap: 2-4-hour cart, $10 to future me. One tiny control action. Default: no stored cards, threshold rule, weekly money date, values in the driver's seat. You are not the person who buys identity in a cart. You are the person who closes the identity gap with action. One decision away. Decide for future you. Here's where we land. Make the pivot right now. I'm done letting relief run my life. Say it out loud, because you are one decision away from a different life. And it's this one. Not a dramatic overhaul, not a Monday fantasy. The next 90 seconds, the next urge, the next rep. That's what changes the pattern. We're going to lock this into a 7-day reset so the system starts running without you white knuckling. Day 1, clarity. Identify your top trigger time and place. Is it 9:30 p.m. in the kitchen? Lunch at your desk. The checkout line after a bad meeting? Circle 1 moment, not 3. 1. Set a tiny plan for the 9-0. Second window, your exact label line, your go-to breath, your swap. Write it on a sticky where it happens. Day 2, regulate on purpose. Practice step 2, inches calm moments so it's automatic when your brain is hot. 3 physiological sighs when you wake up, before lunch, and at night. 60 seconds of cold water on the wrists, once today. A 6-0-second lap when you hit an afternoon dip. You're training your body to come down on command. State first, decision second. Day 3, build your relief menu. 2 good enough options in each category you actually use: oral, sensory, movement, connection, closure, comfort. Put the list where you need it. Pantry door, desk, lock screen. Add the 1-0-minute contract line in big letters. I can do it in 10 minutes if I still want to. That line disarms the rebel and keeps you in charge. Day 4, add 1 friction change, not 5. 1, phone charges outside the bedroom, or delete a sticky app Monday through Friday, or pre-portion the treat, or remove the saved card. Make the unhelpful things slower. If it annoys your impulse in the moment, perfect. That's friction doing its job. Day 5, automate 1 protection. Schedule the weekly money date. Turn on app timers that actually lock. Set the 9:15 downshift alarm. Auto transfer $5 to future me on payday. Automation is love for the tired version of you. Let your defaults carry you. Day 6, rehearse the scene out loud. In the kitchen at 9 p.m. On the couch, with the phone, at your laptop on a stressful afternoon, say the script, do the breath, run the swap, look at your friction, 90 seconds. Make it muscle memory now so it's there when you need it. Day 7 review without shame. This is not a trial. It's a lab. Did you use the reset once today? Check. That's the only metric. 1 check mark per day. Not I was perfect. What worked? What felt clunky? Keep what helped. Upgrade one thing for next week, then repeat day 1. You're building a streak of reps, not a streak of perfection. Please don't wait for Monday. Start today, the next time the urge pings. Label, regulate, swap, default, 1 minute. You will feel better the second you start taking control. And I mean that literally. Identity right now. I am the kind of person who protects future me. I build defaults. I choose relief that sticks. I love you. You are not alone. Save this so you can run it tomorrow. Share it with the person who texts you at 10 p.m. from the pantry. They need this too. And tell me in the comments, what's your most common trigger time and where does it hit? Name it. Be seen. Be accountable. One decision away. Make it now.